So this is my Saab then. It's the 9.3 1.9 turbo injection diesel, the 150 brake horsepower. Had it about 2.5 years now, I think. Haven't had too much trouble with it, but I haven't really looked after it as well as I should. Which I'm just worried that it's going to start turning into a bit of a shed if I don't start to take care of it soon. So let me just give you a quick rundown of some of the things that I've done on it already. I've done 3 brake calipers. So I've done 2 on the left and 1 on the back on the right. I need to do my front right. And I've had my alternator as well, so that's been changed. A couple of months ago, I was having the typical Saab sticky gear situation. So, I don't know if you can see down there, my gear turret. I've done the, I put the XR8 kit on that. There's quite a lot of people on the Saab forums have a lot of questions about how to do that, so I might do a bit of a tutorial, because the XR8, they've got videos on YouTube to explain how to do it, but they don't actually show you how to take it off the car. And as you can see, it's quite down in there, so I might just do a video explaining how to get that off easily, because it's not difficult. So yeah, that's pretty much all the work that's been done on the car since I've had it. My plans for it is to just get it running really nice, and just get it sort of cleaned up and mint again. The paintwork was in pretty good nick when I had it, but I mean, I leave it parked in a car park all day, and I don't know if you can really see because it's wet, but it's got sort of scratches now all the way down it pretty much. I haven't actually put any of these scratches on it myself. I haven't had any dings or bumps in it. This is just a sort of wear and tear of like other people, you know. Also, my alloys not looking too good. This is actually from when my brake caliper went. It just destroyed the pad, and then the pad obviously gets the dust all over the alloys. But my girlfriend's father actually gave me some good stuff, alloy cleaner. So we had a go at it last night, and this is actually looking a lot better now than it was. So I'm gonna have a go at that today now. Try and get my alloys sort of cleaned up. That one's okay, but this one here, and then this one at the back is not looking too good. So I'm gonna get these all cleaned up. I will be refurbing them at some point, because I put a few scratches on them myself. So yeah, I want to get my alloys done, refurbed. I want to take it to body shop and see if they can clean it up. This was actually a Cat D write-off at some point, so we've got where it's been repaired not very well. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to sort of fix this, or, well, actually by the looks of it, that's sort of snapped in there, so I'll probably just get a new bumper. This thing has been giving me a warning light on the car ever since I bought it, so I'm probably going to have to replace this. What else have we got that needs to be done? So down here is a fog light connector, which is just broken. There's loose wire there and everything, so, and that's all snapped and busted, so I'm going to have to replace that. Also, the plastic panel that would sit here and sort of keep all of that up there, that's broken. I had to take it off because it was hanging and dragging, so I need to get a new one of those. some scuffage on the front bumper, so I'll probably, I don't know, take that to a repair shop. I might even possibly try and give it a go spraying it myself. I don't know, we'll see about that. I'm going to give all of the engine bay a complete clean, and so I'll just try and clean up any rust. Might have to take a look at that, possibly. I know I've got some rust down here under my battery box, which I'm going to clean up and I'll get sprayed so it's looking nice like that. So I'll clean up all of this and that. I've got everything to do a full service on the car as well. So those are my sort of immediate plans for the next sort of few weeks, as I'm pretty busy with work. So this is just going to be my little hobby, working on the car. Long-term plans, once I've sort of got the car running nice and looking pucker again, then I'll probably be getting it remapped, because this is the 150 horsepower at the moment. This first stage remap should get me up to 196. I would really like to push it past 200, so I might be looking then to do a couple of other little things on it, just to see if I can squeeze out another few horsepower and get it over the 200 mark. So just show you what it's like to start up. It's a bit slow to get going. I think I need to change the plugs because I get a bit of a puff of white smoke after start up, and first start of the morning is a bit slow. So there we go, eventually. So yeah, hopefully just changing plugs should solve that. Maybe it's a starter motor issue, but I'm pretty sure it's just plugs. Another thing I want to do is get rid of all these lights, all these Christmas lights that you can see right now. So I know that anti-lock braking, that one's my fault, because a couple of weeks ago I changed the drive shaft on the car and I had to put a new wheel hub on, and I assumed that the new ABS sensor connection would just be the same, but it's not. So I need to see if I can either just change the connector or whether I have to take the whole sensor off and put one on that's going to fit. So yeah, I think then all of these, because I've checked all my bulbs, so all of these light notifications I think are to do with that fog light connector. The only one that I know that isn't is my rear top brake light, because I've had that warning light coming up since I bought the car, so I'm probably, as I said, just going to have to replace that whole light there, because I think it's cracked, so I think maybe it's getting water in it or something. So yeah, as I mentioned, I forgot to mention when I was doing the walk around on the outside that I actually changed the whole drive shaft, front left. So yeah, there was a few problems with that. It was a bit of a frustrating job, but I got it done in the end. And I also forgot to mention that the biggest job that I'm planning to do, or the sort of the most urgent job that I've got to do next, is my rear shock absorbers, because I've had a bit of a knock on the back end, which I haven't been too thrilled about. So I got a couple of shocks. I managed to get them nice and cheap on eBay. So, well, a friend of mine actually, he found them. So shout out to Rowan, my mate. He's turboing his Pug at the moment, so I might pop up to him at some point in the future and show you his little Peugeot that he's doing. So yeah, hopefully I should be getting the new shock absorbers on the car by the weekend. I'll be videoing that and doing a little how-to, so if anybody wants to see that, stay tuned for sort of my next video coming up soon.